It is my belief that things don't just happen by chance, but by proper planning. Do you have a retirement plan or simply have an investment portfolio that can use some fresh ideas? Hi, my name is Mike Ecker, and my podcast is called Investment Choices. In my podcast, I will be speaking with professionals who will be discussing alternative investment ideas that may be a good fit for your financial plans. There is more to investing than just stocks, bonds, and mutual funds. Hi, everybody. This is Mike Ecker. Welcome to my podcast, Investment Choices Other Than Stocks, Bonds, and Mutual Funds. I'd like to start today by wishing everybody well, and hopefully they are safe and sound. We have a very bad situation with the COVID-19. Until we get a vaccine, we're going to have to deal with this in a safe way. That means wearing a face mask when you're outside or in stores, social distancing, and not being taken with these group meetings where I hear about families that are 10 and 12 people together at a function, and all of a sudden they have COVID virus and one of them passes away. This is a serious time, and we really have to take serious precautions so we can control this virus or seem to get some kind of control on it. So please, everybody, stay safe. Use your head. This is not a made-up thing. This is real, and we have to deal with it. Getting into what I want to talk about today is really the myths about life insurance. I hear some of these myths, and I go, oh my God, people just aren't educated. And I figured I would take a time out today and go through some of these myths and explain to you really how they are true myths and not really true. First one is life insurance is cheaper if I buy it online. That is false. An insurance policy has one fee. If you buy it online yourself or with a broker, it's the same fee. There is no savings. So in other words, you really want to work with a professional if it doesn't cost you anything. And technically, it's free. Another myth there is life insurance is the same with a broker, helping you buy it for yourself or not. Again, that's not true. When you buy life insurance on the internet and you're doing it yourself, you're filling out an application to get that insurance, not knowing the time parameters, why you should buy one, not the other. Are you buying the price of an insurance policy or what's best for you and your family? Another myth is it's expensive. Term life insurance is not expensive compared to whole life, fixed annuities, or different kinds of insurance. It's not expensive. People might say, well, I have a condition and it's a medical condition. That's definitely a reason you do not want to fill out an application online. There are certain companies that deal with conditions, heart, diabetes, overweight. So you want a broker to go and help you with those companies to get the best rates. Filling out an application for life insurance, once it's submitted, actually goes in your MIB, Medical Insurance Bureau. You've applied for insurance. You've put down facts in there. And if you're rejected, that information goes on your MIB that you've been rejected. It could be because you actually put an application in with the wrong insurance company and didn't do the right one. So there are many reasons that you want to be able to work with a professional to fit your needs and your situation. Another myth is the choices are overwhelming. Well, it's true. There are a lot of insurance companies out there. Which one's best for you? What are the parameters? What are the benefits they offer? How do I make up my mind? Why do it yourself if it doesn't cost you anything to work with a professional? Hands raised. Another myth, you're too young for health insurance. You don't need life insurance. Life insurance when you're young and healthy is inexpensive. It is really cheap. And that rate doesn't change for the time frame of the policy that you're looking at. So if you're a young person in your 30s, I guess 30s is young compared to myself, who's a little older, then you if you're engaged and you're thinking about getting married and having a family, life insurance is a good investment, especially with your financial investments, to protect yourself and the person that you might be marrying. So being young doesn't mean you don't need life insurance. Another myth is I'm single and I don't have any dependents, so I don't need coverage. Well, the factors to consider is final expense. What happens if you have a school loan? That debt could fall onto your parents or the executive of your estate to pay out of your estate if you do have different debts. So it's not just for the living, it's to give peace of mind to the people you leave behind. Another myth is only breadwinners need life insurance. That's nonsense. The cost to replace a homeowner, astronomical. A woman who takes care of the household, she's not working, that needs insurance. You need to protect the living. The breadwinner needs to support the family and make sure the family's taken care of. As I said before, if you have health insurance, you can get insurance. Where there are some companies that do write it. Some health situations, you just can't get insurance. But working with a professional will direct you to a company that might be able to help you with it. Term life insurance is not available for older people. Another myth. Term life insurance is available, depending on the age. Talking with a professional like myself, something that best suits your needs. How about all term life insurance is the same? Insurance companies are different. There are time frames that are different. There are some companies that offer 15-year, 10-year life insurance term policies. There's some have 30, 35, and now there are some companies that a 40-year term life insurance policy. Question, if let's say you have a family and somebody says to you, I can get you term life insurance and you're 39 years old and you're going to pay $15 a month for 10 years. And it's $40 if you go into 40-year life insurance. Why would you do the two? You want to buy the cheapest? No, not necessarily. Because once you buy term insurance, during that term, your price is guaranteed. After that, if you try to get term insurance after, it's going to be very hard, very expensive. If you're insurable and something's happened to you during the short term that you've purchased. An example, young guy with a newborn baby buys a 10-year life insurance policy. During the 10 years, something happens unforeseen to the gentleman. He has a heart attack. Now at the end of the 10th year, he goes to get insurance and he can't get insurance. Now, in 10 years, baby's 10 years old, can't get insurance anymore. If he would have gotten a 40-year policy, even if he had a heart attack for 40 years, the policy is insured not to increase in price. So you need things that actually fit into your time frame and your budget, and also the benefits that an insurance company offers. There are some that have living benefits, some just term insurance. People say, what are living benefits? Living benefits are where if something happens to you, you can actually draw some money on the death benefit to take care of those living benefits. And again, that's all different. What I wanted to get into is really a situation with a family. And part of the papers in front of my nose, but I wanted to make sure that I could take this in the order that it actually is written out. Does this sound like you? I recently talked to a married mom of 3 with a financial portfolio. The husband's 40 years old. She's 39, and they're homeschooling children. 2 kids, a boy 10, and a girl 8. Has a home with a mortgage, 2 cars with payments. The husband's earning a really nice salary of $200,000 plus bonuses a year, working for as an executive for a local company for the last 5 years. The company has a life insurance policy for $500,000 for him, and there's the possibility of him not working for the company. And she has no idea what's involved. She's a homemaker. She's homeschooling. Sound familiar? I asked her if $500,000 life insurance from the company would be enough for her to live on and replace a $200,000 income and pay for her children's college education. She then looked at me and said, I don't think so. I then asked her if they considered more life insurance to protect her from a loss of spouse to replace the income. And what I heard next shocked me. I was shocked at how many false myths they had heard about life insurance. It's too expensive. I'm not the breadwinner. I'm too healthy. With the state of the country the way it is, the one thing we can all agree, vital to be protected, you and your family. You protect your car with car insurance. You protect your home with home insurance. If you're a renter, you got renter's insurance. Final protection for your family should come first, not last. If it was mandatory and you couldn't have a family without life insurance, you'd have life insurance. Understand how false myths about life insurance are just false. It's free and costs nothing to work with a professional, like myself, to help secure a family's future. If you have current health issues, that's okay. There are insurance companies that specialize with conditions. Again, look at your situation. If you have an insurance policy with your company, substantial. Does that insurance policy go with you where you can take it over if you leave the company or the company goes out of business? Is it a group plan? Or is that an insurance policy that's yours, that you own, and you can take from the company personally? Doing financial planning, I've looked at financial plans of families where they've saved money, they put money aside for college, and they actually have a really good financial plan in place. The unexpected happens. It doesn't necessarily have to be the husband. God forbid something happened to the wife. And she's a homebody. She's homeschooling the children. Who's going to replace her? How much does that cost? Is there an insurance policy for the wife as well as the husband? How do you replace somebody that's there all the time for you, that you might take for granted? Might not. But you have to protect the family and each other. Financial planning doesn't just start with putting some dollars away, buying a stock, a bond, a mutual fund. It's planning. It's putting a complete plan together. You don't build a house by starting with a roof. You build the house from the bricks on the base up. And that's what good financial planning is. Term insurance right now, today, is not expensive. You really have to look at your time frame, the age, your family, and how long the money has to last. With no income coming in, money goes out very quickly. So what I'm saying to everybody, it costs nothing. Call me. Let's look at your situation. You can get comparative quotes. There are 30 companies out there. Do you want quotes from 30 companies? No. You want quotes from the best 5 companies that are out there and what benefits they have that best suit you, your situation. Financial planning, life insurance is all part of one plan. Call me, Mike Ecker, Investment Choices, other than stocks, bonds, and mutual funds. Stay safe, my friends. We are in a serious time with this COVID-19. We shall overcome, but we have to work together as one country, everybody working for the benefit of everybody else. Stay safe, practice social distancing, and please wear a mask when in public. Thanks again, and God bless everybody. Thank you for listening. Remember, things just don't happen when it comes to your financial future. This is Mike Eckern, and you've been listening to Investment Choices.